Right.
when you turn around and you hand your freedoms over to that government and you give them more power and they take that power away from you. So it's a tug of war. Okay, so for somebody who
On
believes in classic liberal ideas, I believe in small
Yeah,
government.
yeah, I believe
Well,
in small government, but I also believe in regulation, and I also believe in protection.
Well,
Up to a
regulations
point.
is the regulations is the cause of freaking large or big government. That's what
Yeah,
it's all about.
no,
You
but
know,
so you want to be scammed every day? You want to have people
that's
fraud
happening
on you?
already, dude.
The scammers get away with everything.
This
You
it's
call the
I
police
mean,
when some Indian guy rips you off for your life savings. Call the police. See what happens.
they're going, sorry about that. We
Absolutely
can't
nothing.
help you. We aren't prepared and equipped to
That's
do
probably a
that.
civil case anyway. So well,
That was a bad
depends
example,
on
my friend.
actual
But
context.
you know, I
Depends on
mean,
specific, but you still got civil law. You can still
the only
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so taking something like that to a civil law in the case where there are no laws or that are protecting the consumer, and there are no laws that to go after, especially other people in other countries. There's no laws there. There's no power there for anybody to do anything. So I'm just saying, I get your point, but that was a bad example.
yeah, you shouldn't have said scammer, dude. That
Nobody
was
scammers.
well, I just use that
Scammers.
as an example.
yeah, it was a bad example, is what we're saying, dude. You could have used a better example than that. That was kind of like a setup, like a sucker punch. You know what I mean?
Keep us
Just-
safe
Okay,
from
it was the
foreign
first example I
invasion.
could think of.
Now you went on to say, I apologize. Tan went on to say, I apologize if I seem a bit curt earlier, but I have reviewed a couple commentary styled videos and have heard what I deem as being inflammatory, inappropriate language being provided by certain individuals. As far as I am concerned, this is solely a U.S. internal matter, and there are bigger concerns both on the international level and a level of what is currently occurring within my own country. Now, is that Tan or you?
I was considering this from that this story is an international issue, and I was thinking of an international story, and I was thinking of similar stories that have come out of the UK that nobody has in the US takes notice of. There's this mentality that if it happens in the US, then everybody needs to know about it.
Yeah.
Irrelevant if irrelevant if it affects their lives or not.
You're not wrong.
And there's a form of arrogance. There's a form of supremacy.
You're not wrong.
Well, I like Tan how he put all that together because his final saying was, I also believe that it is appropriate, even correct, to remain neutral at the present time and allow for the U.S. legal process to be carried out within the manner that is permitted by U.S. legislation and the U.S. Constitution. Now I'm gonna say something about England, okay, and I hope you appreciate this. Now we talked about the pill reform and how it was created and what it was created for, and now like your police force in England is freaking first police force to be established in an institutional police force. Okay, and they carried a lot of clout. Now, in my opinion, like when it comes to all these thugs running around causing trouble, which that's what they are, every single one of them, you should still have
more concept
in all of it. Okay, the English police force has always been able to freaking deliver freaking protection and safety to their people until they allowed for this kind of behavior to happen. This stuff should not be taking place in England, no matter who it is, what the cause is. Okay, that's outrageous. So, you know, it really. It really is outrageous, and like that all falls on the lack of freaking of
I suggest that you
the police force should
review.
be better freaking established than what they are.
I
Like
agree.
they've gone
I
way
agree.
downhill.
Yeah, I was going to say, I suggest you review the current scandal in relation to, I think it's West Wiltshire's police force and their executive branch.
It's horrible. It really is horrible. Like
The big scandal at this present moment.
because and I've mentioned this before to you and MC Dirty Work, and he brought it up about Jersey and stuff, but like England was really big about their police officers being seen, you know what I mean? Like they were seen in public, you know what I mean?
The argument about police forces just dealing with Twitter sort of hate speech, quote unquote, and not concentrating on more important crimes such as robberies, potential murders. Going back to the old, you know what I'm talking about there, but I'm going back to the old Dixon of Dock Green concept, seeing the Bobby on the beat.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Mm.
And it's like if freaking they didn't have a vehicle, they were on bicycles.
Mm.
You know what
Or
I mean?
on foot in some cases.
I thought that was pretty interesting. That didn't happen, or that's not happening anymore.
Mm.
So now, do you guys want to talk about this thing about Pope Leo and his free speech thing? About free speech is being eliminated in the West under Orwellian style censorship.
Which was also pushed by his predecessor.
What'd you say?
Which was also pushed by his predecessor.
Right. Now, this was posted on the Pundit. So if you guys want to check it out, it's on the Gateway Pundit, and it says Pope Leo the 14th used his annual address to foreign diplomats at the Vatican to issue a stark warning that struck at the heart of the Western political order. The first American pontiff cautioned that freedom of expression in the West is contracting under the liberal globalist banner and so-called progressive and inclusion. According to the Pope, Western societies for a long time have drifted and continue to drift towards enforced consensus rather than open debate.
Well, that coming from the Catholic Church, of course, I mean, you got to say something like that. You have to, especially being an American Pope. It's probably that's like first time it's ever happened. In order to get the trust from the people that you've been put in charge of to pontificate at, you need to gain some sort of like trust. The office in itself holds tremendous power, but when you get seated on the throne, people are still going to judge you by your first actions. And if you're going to say something against the West, because this is Eastern Hemisphere still, he's over in Italy, right? To say stuff against the West, you're just kissing butt at that point. to ingratiate yourself with the population that you're surrounded by. Of course, he's going to say something like that. And on top of it, he didn't say anything specific. He didn't say anything. He didn't name any names. He didn't name any particular actions. He gave a vague comment about something that we all know, whether consciously or subconsciously. He's a politician. That was the whole purpose.
And it was sensible for him not to name names, in my opinion, because again, this is a much more wider cultural phenomenon, rather than an issue with any specific individual. I'm not sure what I'm looking at this from the Anglican Church at this moment. I'm not sure what Dame Sarah Millay has to say about this, which is the current Archbishop of Canterbury and therefore the Archbishop of the Anglican Church. But predecessor, was it Justin Wilby, was extremely, let's say, progressive, and has arguably done a lot of damage to the Anglican Church because of the sort of politically correct.
So when I heard that, and it was posted on the chat too by Mr. Robot, it made me look at another thing that's been going on. Have you guys heard the stuff that's been going on with Megyn Kelly?
Who?
Megyn Kelly, she's a journalist. She's under fire.
Oh, blonde.
Yeah, she's the blonde-headed woman. Yeah, she's.
I don't do celebrity gossip.
Well, she's in the politics too, and she's under fire with Democrats who are demanding her show's cancellation. And what happened was, according to like a exclusive interview she did, she announced that she'd be taking a break from the Megyn Kelly show due to recent tensions with mainstream media caused by her latest business venture. Now, last week, during a heated episode, according to this article, the popular conservative host Megyn Kelly made headlines by unveiling her new CBD line live on Megyn Kelly show. Predictably, the mainstream left media was outraged, and multiple corporations expressed their intention to sue Megyn Kelly and her show for violating her contract and allegedly driving away sponsors. Megyn Kelly responded with the following statement. She said, "I understand that the left is simply doing what they always do in trying to silence the majority of Americans. I refuse to succumb to cancel culture. When I embarked on this journey back in 2024, it was initially a part-time passion project of my way of giving back. Having received so much, I believe there was no better time to make Forest Mountain Farms CBD gummies accessible to everyone, as it has the potential to help thousands of individuals live pain-free and happier lives." So she's
making a profit, yeah. Sounds a bit. Carry on.
CBD, you know what that is, right?
Look, come up with the abbreviation, the actual, but yeah,
it's
cannabis.
Yeah, cannabis.